Thursday morning in Los Angeles, the UFC and the FOX Sports Media Group announced a 7-year partnership which will see the UFC broadcast on network television for the first time in its 18-year history.
Hello and welcome to Studio 2A at the Fox Network Center. I'm Joe Rogan and I'm very excited that you're able to join us today for this historic moment for Fox Sports and the UFC.
This is the one thing that I always dreamed about. It's the one thing that I always felt, if we can get there, we're going to get to where I said we would be in 10 years.
I'm ecstatic, for a long time. Those of us who've been in the sport for a long time have been preaching it, and this, I think more than anything, this really helps legitimize the sport to a completely different level and bring it to a whole other level. All those newspapers and television stations that haven't been following it, it's on the map. It's time to start following it.
The reason this deal works is because of what you saw here today. It's not just, hey, we're going to throw a fight up on Fox and see if it works. This is a 7-year commitment at every level. Broadcast, cable on a channel that is, like I said in the press conference, my favorite channel. It's in over 100 million homes. Definitely at the front edge of new original programming. Now FX is also not only going to have the UFC, but they got Pac-10 football, Big 12 football. So now they're jumping into the sports area in a big way. And then also having shoulder programming on Fuel, and then count all the RSNs. So it's not just about this is a broadcast deal. This is a major media deal at every level throughout the spectrum.
I would love to be able to compete on a network like Fox. It's going to get, it'll probably be more ratings than I would compete if I was fighting on pay-per-view. So for me, I look to go on there and compete on the highest stage, and having a chance to fight on Fox, or it will be cool with me.
Well, for us as a martial artist, it gives us the opportunity to perform on a bigger range of audience than we ever did before. So it's very exciting, for me to be able to perform on that level, on a bigger range of audience. It gives me a lot of butterflies.
We're not second class anymore. We're right up there with the MLB, NFL. We're mainstream, and I still think this is still just the tip of the iceberg. Who knows what this is going to bring and lead to. The opportunities, I think, are endless.
And really what it came down to, it wasn't a money issue, it was a number of fights issue. We have to grow our business. We need more fights. We need more programming. We've got more weight classes and more fighters. We got fights that we need to do from an international standpoint. So when you have one channel that you're broadcast on, one channel can only take so much programming, right? Now, with what I explained here, we're on Fox Broadcast, FX, Fuel, all the RSNs. So it opens up a number of pipes for us to be able to provide original programming and live fights. That's really what the issue was.
I know how the media is. I know how you guys are. You're always looking for information and what's going on, and we got to know. And it normally drives me crazy, because you guys more deals and screw more than I can even tell you. But in this case, it was actually the reverse. When the Wall Street Journal came out with that story, everybody got crazy, and all these other networks started diving in, and we were like, wait a minute, you're talking to them, what about this, what about that, you know what I mean? So it was actually that Wall Street Journal story that ignited this whole thing. I love this sport. I love the UFC. I love the fans of this sport, and for all of us, the guys who love me and the guys who hate me, today's the day for all of us to say, we're on our way, man.
So there you have it, a reminder that the UFC will make its network debut on Fox on November 12th of this year, main event and card to be determined. In Los Angeles, Ariel Helwani, MMAfighting.com.